People, we got another big episode of Monday Night Raw. Oh, take it away, Ray.
We got brand new World Tag Team Champions, CM Punk vs Seth Rollins brawl, and the match is actually happening on Netflix. Now that's what I call booyaka.
Thank you, Rey Mysterio. Definitely a big episode of Raw. You know, finally we got new tag team champions, which is something I wanted for a very long time now. And people, I'm so glad my previous video was correct. Not the championship part, we still don't know about that, but it is official. Seth Rollins vs CM Punk on the first ever episode of Monday Night Raw on Netflix. I talked about a potential Seth Rollins heel turn for a while now, and while on this episode Seth Rollins said,
"We're nothing alike. Just because we hate CM Punk does not make us friends."
It just makes me believe more. It just makes me believe more. So people, let's talk about this episode of Monday Night Raw. But first, people close your 50 tabs or apps because the sponsor of today's video, Opera, has you covered. Here's what you could do instead. People, tab islands. Instead of having all these tabs open, you can put them into folders and your tabs will be organized. But that ain't it. Opera 1 R2 changes the game. People, you can control your music and videos without interrupting your browsing activities. You can choose between most popular streaming services. If you want to pause or skip a song, you can do so by hovering to the sidebar. You don't need to open separate tabs. You can also detach your music player and leave it on the browser. And have you seen how Opera looks right now? You can now alter the entire look of your browser by choosing between different themes, animated backgrounds, UI colors, browser sounds, and people, once you choose your theme, you can play with endless combinations to fit your needs. Multitasking on Opera is on a whole different level. Just simply drag one of your tabs into the browser and you have your tabs split in two. This is really helpful while doing research because now you can have your document and research tab open at the same time. Opera also has ARIA AI. Click Ctrl+/. ARIA AI will open on your screen and you can ask any question and get those answers instantly. Couldn't be any more convenient. ARIA also has an image generator. You ask ARIA to generate a picture and it will do the job. It also recognizes images, so you can upload a picture and ask ARIA to change it up. People, it's time for you to improve your browsing experience. Opera is absolutely free, so make sure to download Opera by using the link in the description below. Welcome back, everybody. How are you guys doing today? So, you know, the anticipation is real, but I would like to respond to some allegations made against me, some very serious allegations made against me that, you know, kept me up at night. I don't know. It's really tough. From time to time, I keep receiving comments that the GreatOne is wearing a lipstick. Now, obviously, that is not true. And I was wondering why. Because I checked my videos and it's like, you're kinda right, it does look like I'm wearing a lipstick. Now, I don't know what would be the reason behind that. But, you know, okay, we gotta take this seriously. This is very serious. I think it's the white balance on my camera. I think I fixed it now, kinda. But I hope we made that clear. Now, Raw kicks off with CM Punk, the best in the world. And he said he thought about Seth Rollins. He doesn't think about him a lot, but sometimes he does. Unlike me, who thinks about Nia Jax all the time. It's only a matter of time until they lock up in this ring. He enjoys talking to the people, but he hates the fact that he knows Seth Rollins is about to interrupt. He hates his theme song, his walk, and he made fun of his laugh. That was hilarious. And he is ready to give him the free wrestling lesson. Now we see Seth Rollins, and CM Punk is happy he didn't get to hear the theme song, the stupid ass theme song. CM Punk is a Death Rebel hater too. Love it! And Seth Rollins talked about how when he left, you know, when CM Punk left, he made WWE better than it ever was. He called Punk an asshole, and CM Punk says, "You belong right here with the rest of the CM Punk fans in the audience." Rollins says, "This fan right here has more WrestleMania main events than you ever will. That's a fact." Oh, that was a great segment. That was a great segment. CM Punk also saying, Drew couldn't stop me. Are you tougher than Drew McIntyre? I don't think so. And they just started fighting. This was a long-ass fight, people. And even without Big Balls Adam announcing the match officially, I knew it's happening on Netflix. Like, every single week, we're getting deeper and deeper into this rivalry. There's a reason why they're building it, right? We're not gonna wait until WrestleMania. So we got this huge-ass fight. Obviously, it got broken up. Tony Khan is having a PTSD. You know, people, what also made me believe Seth Rollins is eventually turning heel? The outfits get more black. Look at this. This is a heel attire. Now, of course, like I've said, Adam Pearce made it official. This match is happening on Netflix. People, I'm so happy to be a wrestling fan at the moment. You probably noticed I didn't upload as much. It's because I was kind of tired of wrestling. And it's not like it was bad, but I felt the fatigue, man. Like, you get what I'm saying. After WrestleMania, after SummerSlam, it's just kinda, let me rest. And now we're getting back. Like, that's when wrestling is so exciting. We're actually waiting for shit. Whether it's WrestleMania or big episodes like Raw on Netflix or WWE video games. That season is starting soon, so I can't wait to make these videos. So, wrestling is really, really good right now. Again, love it. The Judgment Day are being kinda passive-aggressive towards Finn Balor. Oh, you're the leader. You'll find a way. And then we see Seth Rollins talking to Drew McIntyre. Obviously, Drew McIntyre talking about how CM Punk is poison. Roman Reigns is also poison. Everyone who supports him needs to be taken out, including Sami Zayn, Jimmy Uso, and Jey Uso. Rollins says, we're not friends. Just because we have common enemies, we're not friends. And now I'm going to do something you couldn't do. And CM Punk. And eventually, the bromance will start. The bromance will start, one of them will help each other. As a matter of fact, maybe Seth Rollins is going to beat CM Punk with the help of Drew McIntyre. I think Seth Rollins... Who the fuck wears this, people? That is a heel. You can tell by Drew's face. You know that eventually Rollins is gonna snap. It's just a matter of time, Seth Rollins. It's just a matter of time. We saw Ludwig Kaiser versus Braun Breaker for the Intercontinental Championship. And I love the fact that it was a long-ass match. Like, this was a pay-per-view level match. Again, Breaker doing crazy-ass shit. And, it was a way to protect Ludwig Kaiser. He wasn't, buried or squashed or anything like that. He was a legitimate challenger for Braun Breaker. Let me pull the curtain. I have to re-record this shit several times. I keep calling Braun Breaker Bronson Reed. So of course Braun Breaker retains the Intercontinental Championship as expected. Let this championship title reign run. The New Day are not welcome in the locker room because of what they did to Big E. But you know what? They don't want to be with these people anyway. There's some kind of a tease for Netflix. I think we all have an idea of who that might be. I don't want to speculate just yet though. We got a very annoying Liv Morgan segment, which was the point. That was the point. And I have a serious question. We're gonna ask some real questions right here. Are they fucking? I mean, look at this, people. Like, dude, I'm not making any accusations. Come on. Just asking the real questions because, that happens a lot in pro wrestling. Quite a lot. So I'm not saying they're bad people or anything. I'm just asking, are they fucking? Okay, I'm joking, obviously. Am I allowed to make jokes? I'm just kidding. Very good actors, though. Hypothetically. So this was a very annoying promo of Liv Morgan being the greatest world champion, and we see Rhea Ripley interrupting, and she announced she's actually the #1 contender, so probably on Netflix too, which is kind of a big match, and Rhea Ripley possibly is going to win that championship back. I don't know, I don't care, just end this shit already. Triple Threat Intercontinental Championship Tournament match, Kaden Carter, Raquel Rodriguez, Zoe Stark. I actually had my money on Raquel Rodriguez. I actually didn't, but that was my prediction. I was surprised, a pretty okay match, and Zoe Stark wins the match, obviously protecting Raquel Rodriguez. She didn't eat the pin. Kinda makes sense, if you don't want to crown her as the champion, you probably want to eliminate her in a triple threat match where she doesn't need to get pinned. By the way, the championship is beautiful. The Miz wants to leave Final Testament. You don't need me anymore, look at you guys. But they declined. We saved you, and now you're going to face Dexter Lumis. Why is the Miz scared? Didn't they just win the match? Budge, bitch, truth, all this nonsense. American made with Alpha Academy. Why are we still doing this shit? Seriously. The main event of Monday Night Raw was World Tag Team Championship match. Judgment Day versus the War Raiders. You guys know I'm a big fan of War Raiders right now. I like that the gimmick makes a bit more sense. This was a really fun match. These two big-ass men move like they're cruiserweights, which is always just fascinating to watch. Now, we saw Damian Priest in disguise who, stopped Finn Balor from using a steel chair. So, the War Raiders actually became the new World Tag Team Champions, and I'm so glad that happened. Judgment Day held these championships hostage for so many months now, and they didn't do shit with the titles. And since people are losing interest in the Judgment Day, it's like, we need to switch it up. We need to switch it up. And just like I've said many times, I like when we have storylines in tag team. So hopefully we're gonna start something fresh right here. The championship title change also kinda gives me an idea that we might see Judgment Day going to SmackDown in the transfer window. I mean, with other Bloodline going to Raw, we kinda need, I guess, a faction on SmackDown, so that is a big possibility. So people, WWE fans will be eating good. Thank you so much for watching this video. Appreciate your time, appreciate your support over the years. Thank you for watching your OG of wrestling YouTube. And as always, the great one, peace, love, and hugs. It's been a pleasure.